I call Alistair Scott.
Mr Speaker, thank you. It gives me great pleasure to speak on the Taxation Annual Rates for 2015-16 Research and Development and Remedial Matters Bill. And first of all, I'd like to say that this bill is one that continues a theme of making it easier for small businesses to conduct their business. It allows a continuation of the theme whereby bureaucracy is removed so that people can get on and create employment amongst their communities, so that families can get on and aspire to better and more prosperous times ahead. And as we've heard already, sir, we've already created 80,000 new jobs in the last 12 months, and part of that is to do with the removing of bureaucracy as we have it. Now, today in the IRD, in the Financial Expenditure Committee today, sir, an example of that was given where the IRD go out and have been consulting with communities. And they've got good feedback and new ideas of ways to further reduce bureaucracy. A simple example is the GST double click with a nil return and you're done. Rules Reduction Task Force is out and about. That's focused on more compliance issues and red tape relating to councils that, again, National Party is leading the way. Grant Robertson suggested this amendment bill was actually quite complicated, adding further to the complication and compliance regime that is out there. But I can tell him that it is not. It actually encourages research and development. It removes a bit of an impediment, if you like, for small businesses to conduct research and development. By way of research and development, this government is investing $750 million in the primary growth partnerships alongside industry. That research, that investment into 20 projects relating to meat, wool, dairy, fishing, bees, forestry, viticultural and horticulture, is targeting an increase in GDP of between 5 and 10 billion. So that's the sort of outcome that we want to achieve from increased and improved research and development. So I'll give you a little example of what this bill can achieve. This bill, the first part of the, what do we call it, cash out of research and development tax losses. So that relates and supports small businesses in the following way. If you can imagine, well, in the current situation, you've got large businesses who are making revenue streams, and they go out and conduct some research, and they can, say, earn $100 of taxable income, and then they decide to invest $100 in research and development. And the current law says that their taxable income nets out, and there's no tax to pay, no refund to receive. But if you can split those two $100 amounts into a positive, into two separate businesses, you'll note that if it was only $100 revenue, that company would pay away $28 in tax. Then on the other side of the income statement, $100 loss, effectively that large business has been able to get that $28 back into the business, creating a nil taxable cash flow. So that's what happens today with large businesses that are earning income streams. For a small guy, it's not the case. He doesn't have any income streams. He's just got an idea. He's got a dream to be able to create something new, something that's going to earn him an income, something that's he can create to export, sell off, whatever it might be. But of course that's going to be a negative cash flow for a day, a week, a month, several years. He or she's going to get income or cash from his own pocket, then he'll go to his family and friends, and then he'll go to the wider community. And as an aside, now this government has introduced peer-to-peer lending as a way of that person to access the capital markets, and crowdfunding legislation, which again gives that individual, that small businessman, access to capital markets. And then, of course, we have the secondary and primary stock exchanges in New Zealand. So already the small businessman is better off under this government because of the legislation we've passed, which gives them access to that capital market, which is really important because we know that capital is a must, is essential to growing our business, to growing our economy, which is why I find it really odd that an opposition or any party would propose a capital gains tax, because a capital gains tax does exactly the opposite. It discourages people investing capital. It encourages, and the proposal from the opposition only encourages people to buy Auckland houses, which is of course an exemption under their capital gains policy. So there's an inconsistency across the other side of the House, which is, well, it sort of goes without saying. I mean, I'm not sure whether they're supporting their Labour Party candidate in Northland or Winston Peters. So they're still quite confused around, and I'm not sure, and I really don't believe that most of those people across the House support a capital gains tax. I really don't believe they can support that capital gains tax. So let me get back to the small businessman who is still at a disadvantage in the case where he takes $100 from his own pocket.
I'm sorry to interrupt the honourable member. The time has come for me to leave the chair. This debate is interrupted. I shall resume the chair at 7:30.